Step into a world where ancient magic collides with immortal hunger. In Witchfire and Fangs, the Forbidden Alliance, we uncover the secret pact between a renegade witch-wielding flame-born power and a vampire whose shadowed past threatens the balance of both their worlds. Their union defies every law of magic, every oath of blood, and every force sworn to keep them apart. Tonight, we journey through forbidden spells, perilous loyalties, and a bond powerful enough to ignite war or reshape destiny. Prepare yourself. This is the truth behind the alliance they were never meant to form. Witchfire and Fangs, the Forbidden Alliance. Witchfire and Fangs, the Forbidden Alliance, is a dark fantasy tale steeped in shadow magic, immortal hunger, forbidden bonding, and the unraveling of ancient laws that have ruled two supernatural worlds for over 1,000 years. At its heart, the story explores the delicate tension between destiny and choice, the cost of forbidden love, and the chaos that erupts when two sworn enemies discover they share the same fate. This explanation breaks down the lore, narrative structure, character arcs, world-building, mythological underpinnings, and thematic depth that make this story compelling. The core premise. The world of Witchfire and Fangs is divided between two supernatural civilizations. The Witchkin Realms, a mystical society in which magic manifests through bloodlines, elements, and ancestral rites. The Vampire Courts, kingdoms ruled by immortal dynasties whose power flows through blood hierarchies, predation, and nocturnal dominion. For centuries, witches and vampires have been locked in a cyclical war. Their conflict is not simply political, it is metaphysical. The Witchfire, a primordial magical force carried only by witches of certain lineages, is lethal to vampiric essence. Meanwhile, a vampire's sovereign fang, the signature mark of royal blood, instills a venom that disrupts a witch's connection to her power. Because of these opposing forces, any alliance, let alone any bond, between a witch and a vampire is forbidden by ancient magical law. Yet the story begins with the impossible, a prophecy foretelling that the fate of their world depends on a witch who bears the witchfire and a vampire who carries the sovereign fang. Together, they must unite or the supernatural world will collapse into eternal darkness. 2. The main characters. 1. Seraphine Vale, the Witch of the Amber Bloodline. Seraphine is a young but extraordinarily powerful witch descended from the Amber Blood lineage, one of the rare families whose magic naturally produces the incandescent witchfire. She is gifted, rebellious, and carries the burden of a prophecy she never asked to fulfill. The witchfire inside her is volatile, burning hotter when she feels fear, passion, or grief. She is taught from childhood that vampires are predators who drink magic from witches, turning them into hollow vessels. Yet Seraphine questions these beliefs, sensing that the history told to her is incomplete. Her arc is one of self-liberation, learning to master power that often threatens to consume her. She symbolizes fire, transformation, and awakening. 2. Valak Draven, Prince of the Sapphire Fang. Valak is a royal vampire of the Sapphire Court, known for his calculated composure, sharp intellect, and lethal efficiency. His sovereign fang glows with an otherworldly blue luminescence, marking him as heir to a dynasty that has conquered more kingdoms than any other vampire house. Valak is feared for his combat prowess, but quietly despises the endless cycles of war. He seeks truth, balance, and a future not dictated by ancient grudges. His arc is about breaking generational chains and redefining what it means to be immortal. He symbolizes shadow, restraint, and responsibility. 3. How their worlds collide. The story begins when Seraphine's coven is attacked by a rogue vampire clan called the Nightmare Brood, a monstrous offshoot of older vampiric experiments. The brood does not obey any court and seeks to corrupt the witchfire for their own ascension. Valak, hunting the Nightmare Brood for treason against the vampire courts, arrives at the same time. When he sees Seraphine fighting alone with uncontrollable witchfire, he does the unthinkable. He saves her instead of killing her. Their powers react in a forbidden manner. His sovereign fang resonates with her witchfire, not as enemies, but as complements. This moment ignites the prophecy and marks them both for death by their respective leaders. 4. The Forbidden Alliance. Forced into exile, Seraphine and Valak form an uneasy alliance. Their worlds view them as traitors, yet they alone understand that something older and more dangerous is rising. The entropic entity known as the Void Lich, creator of the Nightmare Brood and architect of a future where both witches and vampires cease to exist. Why the alliance is forbidden. Witchfire was designed to destroy vampiric essence. Vampire venom destabilizes witchfire-bearing witches. Magical law decrees that if the two bond, reality itself begins to warp. Their combined power can break the sacred seals separating the magical realms. Both societies execute anyone who attempts interspecies binding. But prophecy dictates that without their union, the Void Lich will devour the magic of the world. What begins as necessity evolves into trust, and eventually, a dangerous emotional bond neither can deny. The magic systems explained. 1. Witchfire, a living flame that flows through the witch's blood, responds emotionally, purifies corruption, burns brighter when protecting life, is fatal to vampiric aura. Advanced witches can shape witchfire into spells, constructs, weapons, and even spiritual forms. Seraphine's witchfire is unique because it carries an ancient spark, the Elder Ember, the first flame forged by the gods to seal away the Void Lich. 2. The Sovereign Fang, a mark carried only by royal vampires. Enhances strength, speed, and mental clarity. Emits a luminescent aura. Allows mind bonding. Can drain or share essence. Can create royal blood oaths. Valak's Fang, the Sapphire Fang, is the key to unlocking celestial gates designed to imprison cosmic threats. When Witchfire and Sovereign Fang connect, they create a hybrid resonance known as the Forbidden Convergence. 6. The Prophecy. The legendary rune prophecy reads, "When fire meets Fang, and shadow embraces light, the world shall tremble. The Emberborn Witch and the Sapphire-blooded Vampire shall walk the path of ruin or rebirth. Only united shall they shatter the void." This prophecy is interpreted differently by each faction. Witches fear, it means the witchfire will be corrupted. Vampires fear, it means the sovereign bloodlines will be destroyed. The Nightmare Brood believe it will empower them. The Void Lich sees it as the only threat to his rise. For Seraphine and Valak, it becomes a mirror reflecting their most difficult truth. They can only survive through unity, trust, and the courage to defy destiny. 7. The Journey 1. Exile in the Borderlands. After being branded traitors, they flee to the Borderlands, a realm between witch and vampire territories. Here, old magics sleep beneath the ruins of forgotten civilizations. They train, fight off brute attacks, and learn how their powers interact. This is where attraction develops. 2. Forbidden Training. Seraphine learns to control the Elder Ember, while Valak unlocks memories tied to ancient vampire gods. Their training includes combating magical corruption, navigating mana storms, resisting their instincts to destroy each other, channeling the convergence without collapsing time. 3. Revelation of the Void Lich. They discover the truth. Witches and vampires weren't meant to be enemies. They were created by celestial beings as dual guardians of the world. The Void Lich corrupted history and pitted them against one another to weaken the magical balance. 4. Betrayal and capture. Their bond grows too powerful to hide. Seraphine is captured by witch elders, Valak by the Vampire Council. Both societies attempt executions to prevent the prophecy's fulfillment. They escape with the help of defectors who believe in their cause. 5. The Final Confrontation. The Void Lich awakens with his Nightmare Brood and launches an assault to consume the world's magic. Seraphine and Valak stand at the edge of the Celestial Gate, their powers merging into the Forbidden Convergence. They channel their bond into a cosmic burst of witchfire and vampiric essence, burning away the Void Lich's soul. But the battle nearly kills them both. Their combined power shatters the Celestial Gate, altering reality and dissolving the laws that once kept their world separate. 8. Themes explored. 1. Forbidden Love. The central emotional narrative is a romance between two individuals from enemies to lovers backgrounds. Their relationship challenges ancient boundaries, explores tension between instinct and desire, and symbolizes unity in opposition. 2. Rewriting destiny. Both characters reject the roles their societies forced upon them. The story champions self-determination. 3. Duality. Fire and shadow. Magic and immortality. Destiny and freedom. The story thrives on opposites and the beauty of their union. 4. Breaking systems of oppression. The conflict isn't truly between witches and vampires. It's about breaking centuries of manipulation and fear. 5. Transformation. Seraphine becomes more than a witch. Valak evolves beyond vampiric royalty. Their growth symbolizes the evolution of their entire world. 9. Ending explained. After defeating the Void Lich, both collapse in each other's arms, their energies drained. They awaken weeks later in a world undergoing rapid change. Witch and vampire borders dissolve. Magic shifts into new forms. The forbidden convergence has become a new source of cosmic balance. Seraphine's witchfire no longer burns vampires. Valak's sovereign Fang no longer corrupts witches. Their bond rewrote the rules of magic. In the final scene, they stand atop the ruins of the ancient celestial gate, watching the sunrise together, something vampires could never safely witness before. Valak, for the first time, walks in the dawn without burning. This symbolizes the end of old divisions and the birth of a new era. The final line of the story, witchfire and Fang, once the world's undoing, had become its salvation. X. Why the story works. Witchfire and Fangs. The Forbidden Alliance succeeds because it blends dark fantasy, romance, and cosmic mythology into an epic saga anchored by emotional authenticity. It offers high-stakes magical conflict, intimate character development, a powerful enemies-to-lovers dynamic, shocking revelations about ancient histories, a final battle infused with cosmic grandeur. It is a story about choosing unity over fear, courage over tradition, and love over destiny, no matter the cost. Thank you for venturing into the fiery shadows of Witchfire and Fangs, the Forbidden Alliance. The world of forbidden magic and immortal blood is vast, dangerous, and endlessly intriguing, and we've only scratched the surface. If you enjoyed unraveling this powerful bond between Witchfire and Fangborn destiny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What part of their alliance surprised you most? And what mysteries should we explore next? Until our next journey into darkness and wonder, stay curious, stay bold, and keep your flame burning against the night.